Devil's Workshop Miniature Painting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Movers and Shakers Hobby News. Alright guys, so I just rolled out of bed and almost put my tank top on as a pair of pants. I was up a lot of last night working on paint projects. Let me get downstairs, get a cup of coffee, and we'll cover this preview. Oh, alright, that's much better. So we got a lot of big releases to cover. Let's get started. So the Lumineth had some models drop, specifically the Spirit of the Mountain and the Alarth Stone Guard. And just like the Deepkin, the Lumineth have a very specific aesthetic. It's very different, it's very unique, while still maintaining consonance with the old high elf aesthetic. It's definitely not my thing personally, but I could see some painters really taking it and running with it. The models, especially Spirit of the Mountain, provides a lot of opportunity for great painters. Looks like Lord of the Rings got a new model as well in Éomer of Rohan. As far as the Lord of the Rings line goes, it looks like a very detailed model with multiple parts. I always played Rohan whenever I would play the old Battle for Middle-earth. Playing a cavalry-based army is always really fun. So maybe if Lord of the Rings takes off, I could see myself getting into a Rohan army. Fabius Bile, of course, he's been being teased for a little while now. Finally came out with full pictures. They've been circulating around for about a week or so. But it's cool that we finally get to see him. It's nice to see models like him getting redone instead of phased out. Interesting little characters like that have their own unique corner of the lore are very nice. And it's great to see him brought back. We also have a new Warcry warband in the Scions of the Flame. These guys look pretty cool too. Out of the Warcry warbands, the two that really stood out to me were the Unmade and Corvus Cabal. Obviously, I got Corvus Cabal, but Scions of the Flame really appeal to me. They're pretty neat. They've been doing well, coming out with a lot of unique cabals from within chaos cults around the mortal realms. And it's neat because my friend Henry was explaining to me how you can use those specific cabal rules in different ways in Age of Sigmar games. And I might bring him on to talk about that at some point. He's one of my closest gaming buddies. So I'd love to have him as well as some other folks come on the show at some point to share their unique talents and abilities and to talk about their little corner of the hobby. Pictures of Lionel Johnson were also dropped. He will be available on Forge World coming soon. You know, like Vulcan or Ferrus Manus, he might not be the most spectacular, dynamic model, but he definitely has a grandeur and majesty of his own. And I think people are going to really enjoy painting him up and having him as a centerpiece in their Dark Angels collections. Since a lot of hobby events have been canceled, Games Workshop set down to releasing their special edition Primaris Lieutenant Amulius. He will be available, I believe, for the next week to purchase. And that wraps up today's big release. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this edition of Movers and Shakers Hobby News. Have a wonderful day, and as always, happy hobbying.
Devil's Workshop Miniature Painting Services for heathens, heretics, and the unholy.